Oh my. Alright. Looking good. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Ewok Templar. Diablo 4. How y'all doing? Let's get started. It has been an adventure. I'm back on my rogue. Today will be similar to one of the other days where I touched base with the Pusla Zul. Where I'm only a few away. Yeah, I'm only like 4 million away from leveling up. I'm gonna knock it out real quick. And then we'll probably just hang out on Pusla Zul and actually play him, because we've been a busy beaver these past couple of days. Getting this 7 million XP to make it to 291. Nothing else to report. Nothing controversial, nothing weird. Once again, solidifying my efforts for my world record. Not caring if you're tired of it. Not caring if you don't care about Diablo 4. I made a promise. And here I am, solidifying that promise to completion. So you can make your passive-aggressive comments that you can somehow put into chat and into vague words, but can't put into the comment section. I do not care. My world record is gonna be solidified. I'm sorry that your life is so boring that you choose not to do something with your life, like solidifying your own legacy, while I have a platitude. A multitude of legacies. Pretty sure I just used the word platitude wrong. But I will not rest on my platitudes. I will not stand on ceremony. Instead, I will stand on dedication. Completionism. And other isms that I cannot clarify at this moment, but I shall articulate later. I switch back to the bow. Hey, you can see my attack speed. I mean, it just feels better. You get that little bit of extra attack speed, and all of a sudden everything starts flowing. Right, give me those opals. Sweet, delicious opals. I'm sorry that for some reason you are easily boarded. I have a gift. It's half gift of gab, half gift of... I know how to have a good time. It's quite easy for me. I just need a little bit of something. And I can get it done. Oh. It's a real good time here. Slicing up demons. Listening to the supergroup demons and wizards. Contemplating the blood on my hands. All the work and hard efforts it took me to get here. Standing against the standers. Standing against those who would live vicariously through others. I will not quit. I will not be turned. I will not be discouraged. I ain't gonna panic. Instead, I shall take vengeance upon the brutes who attacked me unjustly, who robbed me of my intimate privacy, violating my rights, and I will have justice. For I'm a righteous man who did no wrong unto others, and the world will remember me. Even if it's a small memorial, it will be my memorial all the same. And I'm sorry you have chosen to live in fear. Fear that AI will steal your essence and make a paltry shadow of your creation. But I cannot live in fear of AI. I'm sorry you choose not to solidify your memory with something more important than passive aggressiveness and vagueness. I'm sorry that for some reason someone working hard, and it has nothing to do with you, forces you to be intimidated and attack those you think waste their time debating on whether or not they are better than others, which is ridiculous. For I stand on the precipice. My life is the edge of a knife, cutting through the blasphemy, the lack of integrity, the prejudice against quiet dignity. I simply do. I try to keep it real. If that offends you, there are proper avenues to take. For example, minding your business, doing your own thing. Or, in the most polite way, keeping it to yourself. Otherwise, you have the comment section, and I have my record. You can either lead, move, or follow, or get out the way. You can either sink, swim, or be the captain. And I have decided, to slice and dice. I have declared to myself, Ewok Templar, I will rip and tear until it is done. Simple, easy, and clean to remember. I really wish the chest would just dump their stuff a little bit faster. There's something about the one item at a time. It comes out pretty fast. It goes like a little machine gun of items. But still, it's like some enemies just dump it all out at once, and I wish they would all do that, because even some enemies also do it one at a time. And it's like, if you could just dump all the items all at once, that'd really help me out, you know? Ooh, I got the crits. Now I'm purposefully grabbing the ovals right now. I used up all my ovals recently. Still trying to get that another pair of those boots. Add to my collection. Also so I can transmogrify it to add it to my transmogrify collection. been having good sleep lately. The kind of sleep where you sleep for hours and you don't wake up in the middle of the night to have to go pee because you're nice and even. You managed to hydrate and use the bathroom before you went to bed. It's been a long time since I slept like this. It's given me a slight more clarity. Although now it's making it like I'm having even weirder, more elaborate dreams of also having the thing to where I know I was just dreaming, but as soon as I wake up and open my eyes, like I remember the dream for like a few seconds, but then by the time I'm like less than a minute and a half later, I have the feeling from the dream, but I cannot remember what it was. But I have the remainder of the feeling of either being confused, urgency, like whatever feeling I had in the dream, I still have it. But I have no idea why. I'm like, and I just remembered it too. I was like thinking about the dream like less than a second ago. But as I'm getting up and getting ready for the day, getting my caffeinated drink, like within those few minutes ago, wait a minute, what was that dream about? I had a strong feeling of urgency about something. And I was thinking to myself, man, that dream was silly. I can't believe that in that dream I did, and then I stop and go realize I can't remember nothing. Not a thing. And I was like, I forget if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I know it's a common thing. I know it happens quite a lot. The one dream I do remember for the past couple of days was I was like chaperoning for like a school trip. I forgot what it's called. A field trip. And there was a mother, a lady, who insisted, like, I guess there was like this weird like flirting thing going between us, and she insisted that we shared a room, or that I come and share her room. And I was like in this weird in-between period of my life to where I have no idea why I was chaperoning this field trip for these childerlings. But I want to say it was in the future, when I had already started, like, scoping the land out. In the dream, I was a comedian on the road, but somehow I ended up chaperoning this field trip. I don't know if I had a kid, I don't know if I was in gardening ship, I don't know if I was an adopted parent, I don't know if I was seeing this woman. All I know is that I was being friendly to everyone, but I was also slightly annoyed to be there. And I was keeping it to myself. I had also brought a cat with me. It was in its kitten stage. It was young. Couldn't be more than a couple of, maybe half a year old. So it was still like fluffy potato size. But it definitely wasn't like brand new and tiny potato. Not like, you know what I mean? Its eyes were completely open and its fluff was at maximum fluff. But it couldn't have been more than like close to weighing a pound. And I was thinking to myself, why'd I bring this cat? Am I living on the road? I was confused about it. Anywho. Everything was normal, if not vague, because it was a very dreamy dream. I had some big basic ideas, but everything was basically in a cloud. Oh, I'm 291, by the way. I saw it happen, my brain just did not focus on it. I was thinking about how to articulate this story. It's not a very interesting story. Some of them are. That's why I keep on doing it. I like talking about them. I have no idea why I like talking about them, but I do. But anywho. So she insists that we share this room that she has. She's like, you don't have to get a room, just so you can stay in my room. I'm like, all right, whatever. I wasn't thinking too hard. But we get to the room. It's a single bedroom, single bed. And I'm like, what's the deal with that? And the flirtatious feeling that I'm getting from her increases. And I'm like, I'm not sure about that. You know, I just wanna get some sleep. So I lay in bed. She lays in bed next to me. I forget what we're talking about, but I know that she turns on the TV.
Here, something for your troubles.
And out of nowhere, she just looks at me and says, you know, you're a real weirdo. And then she starts talking like it was my idea for us to share this room. And I'm like, what? Hold on, Anakin. This whole thing was your idea. And at some point, she gets frustrated about something to do with me being a weirdo, and I'm just like, I don't care. I don't care to hear it. She calls me a weirdo. I'm like, that's cool. I guess I'm a weirdo. For some reason, her solution to this problem that she's created in her own head is to flip herself to where instead of sleeping like congruently to me, she flips so that it's like toe to head. You know what I mean? Her feet's by my head, my feet are by her head, and I'm like, whatever. And I just start playing with my kitten. And I wake up and I remember feeling frustrated. Also, I forgot to mention this. At some point, for no apparent reason, her face changed into Sigourney Weaver's face. And I thought, well, that's off-putting. I didn't bring it up. I noticed it. Her voice stayed the same, but at the same time, I was like, once again, I'm dealing with shapeshifters. And I'm like, I'm really off-put by it. I'm like, you know what, you stay on your side of the bed. I'll stay on my side of the bed. We'll deal with your shape-shifting face later. Okay. I don't have time for this. I have a kitten. I'm chaperoning a field trip. I got a lot going on. I'm trying to write new material for my set, which I remember saying that, but I had nothing. And I was thinking to myself, what am I doing with myself in my life? Because I am unprepared for a lot. I'm doing a lot while being unprepared for a lot of things. I didn't have a notepad or a pen. I didn't have a laptop. I was like, what am I working on? What am I writing? Where am I writing? How am I writing? It didn't make sense to me, and I just sort of ignored it. I was saying these things, but also disappointed in myself, inside myself. I was like, did I just make up that excuse? Am I even working on anything right now? I think I'm just blowing wind out my butt, but I can't prove it, even though I am me. But at the same time, I don't know the motivations or the clear direction that Dream Me is doing. All I can do is judge him for being a vague weirdo. I'm starting to agree with that stranger with the Sigourney Weaver face. That version of me in the dream was a weirdo. Although, into his defense, I don't think I think he was a weirdo, but I think, honestly, I was just being super vague in the dream. Like, I didn't want to be there. I was playing the Pied Piper, if anything. I was just there to fill in a blank. I was like a seat filler in life. But anywho, I woke up and I had this feeling, I was like, weirdo. I was upset. I was upset at Dream Sigourney. I was upset at Dreamweaver because I was like, that was entirely her idea. I was frustrated. I remember talking to myself in the mirror in the morning going, first of all, I was gonna get my own room. I don't know what was going on, because As vague and as weird as I was definitely sending out strong platonic signals of neutrality right at the beginning. All right, I was not. My flirtatious nature was not on board. There was no signals from me. There was nothing. All right. I was dust in the wind. I was a dream. I was a figment. I was a ghost. Ghost of the Uchiha. That's what I was. I feel like she was assuming a lot. She was extrapolating a lot. And then for her to get mad and call me a weirdo, knowing that I was a vague mystery comedian with a kitten. I felt very judged for someone who was being very honest and open about who he was. I don't think the name caller, like, I'm glad that any sort of relationship wasn't successful between me and Dream Sigourney, because you know what, she was kind of judgy. Like, I might have been vague, but at least I was like, you know, I wasn't pretending to be something I wasn't. And it wasn't like a young version of her either. It was like post-Avatar. The face, at least. For some reason, the face teleported. It changed. It transmogrified into the Sigourney Weaver face. Nothing else. It was very weird. I didn't appreciate it, but it is what it is. Hold on, I'm already to level 291, and I said I was gonna stop, and I'm actually take a break from all this and go play some Lupus Lazuli. Let's try to get him some levels. Or I sort of got distracted by my insane ramblings and said to myself, I just started activating keys like I was doing a normal run. Loading. Let's see what Blood has in store for me. On the plus side, we're only 9 levels away. I caught up there, I caught down here. I could do a walking adventure down there if you like it. You know what, we'll just hit up this dungeon. It doesn't have to be a long stream. I do still need to do Surat's Lair for the first time in that one. Somehow I managed to do Hive without it. I don't feel like doing Surat's Lair though, just because I do it a lot. It's a good dungeon to run. I'll do at least one dungeon, and then it might end it. This might be a short stream, but I should really, you know, we're coming to the end. We're close to the end of this. We're close to getting level 300 and starting our actual campaign playthrough. And getting those episodes done of the campaign. And then maybe, depending on how things go, maybe we'll explore more actual things, like seeing my characters make it to Torrent level 2 and 1. I'm pretty sure most of them could probably handle Torrent level 2 now with how powerful they are, with ease. But we'll see. We'll see. Also, as soon as I reach level 300, I won't need to be fully dedicated into the grind anymore. The grind will be over. Over and over. The world record will be solidified. ET will hold this world record high and proud. But this will free us up to actually going back to what we were doing. There's a bunch of other stuff I wanted to get done. I never finished that beat 'em up game I was playing. I forgot what it was called. Something about my boyfriend. My boyfriend. River City Girls, I think. Yeah, that's what it was. Still need to finish that. And then what else was I working on? I never went back. I decided to do this one because it's like the oldest one I had. It was the oldest thing I told myself I was gonna do. I've been working on it for like on and off for like the past year. trying to get this world record. Oh yeah, Fallout. I found out that Fallout London is compatible with like the latest updated version of Fallout. So I gotta unupdate Fallout 4 to a certain version so I can actually download and play through Fallout London. Because I mean, I also have to start a new character. So like, that's a big project too, because there's a bunch of mods I wanted to uninstall and get rid of. I wanted to get rid of my character. I never really had my real grand finale episode, but then I kind of did, and I don't think I need to retouch her at all. So I need to blow up Fallout 4 and put it back together, basically. But there's a bunch of other games I wanted to work on. There's a few other games I wouldn't mind actually streaming every now and then as well, and starting those up. And also started my recording again. Like I said, a long time ago, while I had the capacity, I would like to have been posting at least 2 videos a day. And if I couldn't post 2 videos a day, I would like to be posting at least 1 video a day while also streaming something every day. But I had a flow, I had a workflow, and then there was just this huge project of setting the world record on Diablo 4, and it was gonna take up so much time. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna hammer this one out. I'm gonna hammer this one out, get my world record, do the magic dance, David Bowie style. I don't have the glass balls, I don't know how to do that trick, but I'll do it in spirit. Although I can't just pantomime it, because then it just looks like I'm playing with 2 very large testicles, and it's very unbecoming. So I won't do that part. I probably won't record the dance, because I don't know how to dance. At some point I will learn. But the important thing is I will dance for myself the magic dance, while pantomiming the ball tickling. But I won't subjugate you guys to it. I might listen to David Bowie's version of The Man Who Sold the World. Mostly the Metal Gear Solid version, like that extended version. I might be listening to that while I do my magic dance. Magic dance. Just full transparency. But I won't subjugate you guys to have to suffer through it. That's just something I'm going to do for me. You know, after you've seen the bulge of the Goblin King, it changes you as a person. I tell people all the time I used to be black. It's not true, but I like to say it. I like to think David Bowie is what was part of my transition period. Sometimes life is just a series of stories, man. You gotta decide what your story's gonna be. You got to decide if you're the kind of story where you want people to actually want to read your story, or if you're just gonna be some nothing story. I'd rather be the kind of story to where I attempted and tried and put myself out there than just sat at home judging other people, saying everything's boring, and then doing nothing with my life except complaining about everything else. But yeah, gotta whip it out. You gotta whip it out every now and then. Unzip your pants, let them fall to your ankles, grab it, put it on the table, point at it, ask it questions. Why are you here? Why are you shaped like a question mark? Why do you smell like deodorant and shame? These are the questions we have to ask. And I don't like questions, because questions have answers. Sometimes answers make my eyes rain. I got a lot of heady movies that I like to tell people about. I'm born of the blood. There you go. That guy ate all the Wii's, apparently. You know what? These bone men, they tell a story. They tell me that even in death, we can be useful. Even in death, there's work to be done that is both entertaining, amazing, and beautiful. And in its creation in itself, we make life into art. I think everyone can learn that lesson from a fantasy bone man in a video game. You just gotta pay attention. God bless them. They fight like people do. Oh, we got another one. We got a live one here. Oh, his saw blade's actually very effective against the Boost Lazul. It's probably because of his level. Being only level 26 and on expert, I mean, we're still handling them though. We still got this. And that is it. That is Mallwood. It ends with sort of a crunchy, crackly explosion, rather than a really big one. Oh well, there's a guy. There's a guy who works out. There's a guy who pays the extra 50 cents for the extra large right there. There we go. He summoned mini-me's. Alright. I'm gonna leave you guys alone. I did it. Not only did I level up to 291, I leveled up Lapus Lazul. Look at him. He works out. He reminds me of me if I was some sort of evil wizard lich who relied on bone men for entertainment and substance. Anywho, thank you all for coming out today. Thank you all the future. Welcome back to watch the old episodes. We are continuing down the path to world recordhood. Holder, English. Figure it out yourself. I don't have time for making sentences that make sense. I got Ewok Templar stuff to do. Thank you all. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that like button. Keep on posting. We'll see you in the next one. Y'all take it easy.